Hi and welcome to John's Maths Book. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to calculate the inverse of a 2x2 matrix. If you like these videos, then please hit the subscribe button and tell me how much you like the videos in the comments section below. In our number system, if we multiply an integer, let's say 5, by its reciprocal, 1 over 5, we get the value of 1. Similarly, if we multiply a matrix A by its inverse, we get the equivalent of 1 in matrix terms. Now, in matrix terms, the equivalent of 1 is known as the identity matrix, and it looks like this. So it has 1s in the diagonal and all other values are 0. So how do we calculate the inverse of a matrix? The inverse of a matrix A, denoted as A minus 1, is equal to 1 divided by the determinant of A and then multiplied by the adjoint of A. Now please note that the determinant of A must not equal 0. So if we have matrix A, which is A, B, C, D, the determinant of A is equal to A times D minus B times C. And the adjoint of A is equal to so we swap two of the values. So we swap the D and the A. So D is in column 1, row 1, and A goes to column 2, row 2. And then we multiply the B's and the C, the B and the C by minus 1. So that becomes B, that becomes C. Now let's look at a real example. Let's take matrix A, which is equal to 2, 3, 1, 3. And first work out its determinant. So the determinant of A is equal to 2 times 3 minus 1 times 3. The determinant is equal to 2 times 3 minus 3, which is 3. The adjoint of A can be written as so if we swap the numbers on the diagonal and then we multiply the other two numbers by minus 1, we get the adjoint. So now the inverse of A is equal to 1 divided by the determinant multiplied by the adjoint of A. So the inverse of A is equal to 1 divided by the determinant. The determinant is 3, so it's 1 divided by 3 multiplied by its adjoint, which is 3 minus 3 minus 1 and 2. So if we multiply that out, we get, so 3 times a third is 1, minus 3 times a third is minus 1, minus 1 times a third is minus 1/3, and a third times 2 is 2/3. So that is our inverse. So now we need to check our answer, because matrix multiplication is non-commutative. So if we have matrix A times B, that may not be equal to B times A. However, A times its inverse is the same as A inverse times A. So we need to check these two results. And this equals the identity matrix. So let's start by multiplying A by its inverse. So A times A minus 1 equal 2. So we have A is 2, 3, 1, 3. If we multiply that by 1 minus 1 minus 1/3 times 2/3. If we multiply the rows from A, or the columns from the inverse matrix, we have 2 times 1 minus 1. So we have a 1 there. And then we have 2 times minus 1/3, which is minus 2/3, and 1 times plus 2/3, that equals 0. Then if we move on to the next row of A, we have 3 times 1 minus 3, so that's 0. And we have 3 times minus 1/3, which is minus 1, multiplied by 3 times 2/3, which is 2. So that leaves 1. That gives us our identity matrix. So now we multiply the inverse of A by A. So that is 1 minus 1/3 minus 1 2/3. That's multiplied by 2, 1, 3, 3. So rows from the first matrix multiplied by columns from the second. So 1 times 2 minus 1/3 times 3. So that's 2 minus 1. That gives 1. And 1 times 1 minus 1/3 times 3, which is 1. So that's 0. And then moving on to the second row of the inverse, minus 1 times 2 is minus 2, and 2/3 times 3 is 2, so that leaves 0. And minus 1 times 1 is 1. Sorry, minus 1 times 1 is minus 1, plus 2/3 times 3, which is 2, and that leaves 1. So that equals the identity matrix. So we've checked our answer, and in this case it's correct. So that concludes this video on finding the inverse of a 2x2 matrix. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.